Lily's Adventure. Chapter 1. The Secret Garden. Lily and her best friend, Emma, were both 12 years old and lived in a peaceful village surrounded by nature. Their favorite thing to do on weekends was to explore the forest near Lily's house. The forest was full of surprises, and each visit felt like a new adventure. One bright Saturday morning, Lily woke up early with excitement. She packed her backpack with a sandwich, an apple, a bottle of water, and her notebook for sketching. Emma soon arrived at Lily's house, also ready with her backpack. Together, they waved goodbye to Lily's parents.
Are you ready for today's adventure?
Lily asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement.
Always.
Emma replied with a smile. The sun was shining, and the air was warm as the girls started down the familiar path to the forest. As they walked, they chatted about school, their favorite books, and what they hoped to find in the forest today.
I wonder if we'll discover something new this time.
Emma said, looking around at the tall trees that lined the path.
I have a feeling we will.
Lily replied. She always had a sense of excitement before something special happened. The forest was peaceful, with birds chirping in the trees and the soft rustling of leaves in the wind. The girls had walked this path many times before, but today felt different. As they went deeper into the forest, they suddenly spotted something glimmering on the ground.
What's that?
Emma asked, pointing to the shiny object. Lily knelt down and picked it up. It was a small, golden key. The girls exchanged curious glances.
Do you think it opens something important?
Emma asked, her voice filled with wonder.
Maybe?
Lily said, slipping the key into her backpack.
Let's keep it and see what we find.
They continued walking, their excitement growing with every step. After a while, they came across something unusual, a large, old tree with thick branches and deep roots. But what made this tree different from the others was a small wooden door at its base.
A door in a tree?
Lily said in surprise. Emma's eyes widened.
This is amazing. Do you think that key fits?
Lily quickly took the golden key from her backpack. She inserted it into the lock on the door. With a soft click, the door slowly creaked open, revealing a dark tunnel. The girls stared at the entrance, a mixture of excitement and nervousness on their faces.
Do we go in?
Emma asked.
Of course.
Lily grinned. We can't stop now. Hand in hand, they stepped into the tunnel. The air inside was cool, and the walls felt rough beneath their fingertips. They walked slowly, taking in the mystery of the place. After what felt like a long time, they saw a faint light ahead.
We're almost there.
Lily whispered, her heart pounding. When they emerged from the tunnel, they found themselves in a beautiful garden unlike any they had ever seen. The garden was filled with flowers of every color imaginable: roses, daisies, tulips, and many they couldn't even name.
It's like a dream.
Emma said softly, unable to take her eyes off the scene in front of her. Lily smiled, feeling the same sense of wonder.
It's magical.
The girls wandered through the garden, marveling at everything around them. They followed a stone path that led to a wooden bench by the pond. They sat down and took out their snacks, enjoying the peaceful sounds of the water and the birds chirping in the trees.
I wonder who made this garden.
Emma said, looking around.
It feels like it's hidden from the world.
Lily nodded.
It feels like a secret place meant just for us.
After finishing their snacks, the girls decided to explore more. They walked across a small wooden bridge that led to another part of the garden. Here, they discovered a tiny stone house with a red roof and a heart-shaped window on the door.
Do you think someone lives here?
Emma asked.
Let's find out.
Lily replied. She knocked on the door, but no one answered. The girls slowly pushed the door open and peeked inside. The house was cozy, with tiny chairs and a table, and a small fireplace. On the table, there were plates and cups, as if someone had just had breakfast.
Whoever lives here must be small.
Emma said, giggling. As they explored the house, Lily found a bookshelf filled with tiny books. She picked one up and opened it. The pages were full of drawings and stories about adventures in the garden.
Look at this.
Lily showed Emma.
It's like someone has been writing about all the things that happen here.
The girls were fascinated by the book, but suddenly they heard a noise outside. They froze and exchanged glances.
Did you hear that?
Emma whispered. Lily nodded.
Maybe it's the wind.
But the noise came again. This time it sounded like footsteps. The girls slowly stepped outside to investigate. To their surprise, they saw a small, furry creature peeking out from behind a bush. It had big ears, a fluffy tail, and bright, curious eyes.
What is that?
Emma whispered, her heart racing. Lily smiled.
I don't know, but it doesn't look scary.
The creature stared at them for a moment before scampering off into the trees. Without thinking, the girls followed it, curious to see where it was going. The creature led them deeper into the garden, through flower-filled meadows and past tall trees with shimmering leaves. Finally, they reached a clearing with a crystal-clear pond in the center. The creature stopped by the pond and looked back at the girls before disappearing into the bushes.
That was amazing.
Emma said, her eyes wide with excitement. Lily knelt by the pond and gazed into the water. As she looked closer, she noticed something glimmering at the bottom of the pond. It was another golden key, just like the one they had found earlier.
Look,
Lily exclaimed.
there's another key.
She reached into the pond and carefully pulled it out. As soon as she held the key in her hand, she felt a strange sense of wonder, as if this key held the promise of even more adventures.
We have to keep this.
Emma said.
It must be important.
Lily nodded in agreement.
I think this is only the beginning.
As the sun began to set, the girls knew it was time to go home. They made their way back through the garden, crossing the bridge and heading toward the tunnel. Before they left, they turned around to take one last look at the magical place they had discovered.
We'll come back, right?
Emma asked.
Definitely.
Lily replied with a smile.
We have to find out what these keys are for.
The girls stepped into the tunnel and made their way back to the forest. When they emerged, the sky was painted with shades of orange and pink. They walked home, feeling as if they had just experienced something truly special. When they reached Lily's house, her parents were waiting for them.
How was your adventure?
Lily's mom asked with a smile.
It was the best adventure yet.
Lily said, her heart still full of excitement. Emma nodded in agreement.
We found something amazing.
But they kept the secret of the magical garden and the golden keys to themselves, knowing that this was just the beginning of many more adventures to come.